Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is the area of common shapes. Okay, I've talked about it in the last video, but this one we're going to derive the area formulas. Okay, always remember, F is greater than G. Okay, F is greater than or equal to G. Okay, just think of it like that. Just remember that. Okay, so area of a square is base times base. So in that case, base squared. So in that case, if this is my okay, let's go ahead and label this first. Okay, my top function is always on the right, my bottom function is at the bottom. In that case, this is F and this is G. Okay, now remember that F minus G, that is my base. Okay, because it's a square, base, in that case area is just equal to base squared. So in that case, base is made out of F minus G. So in that case, F minus G squared. That's the area formula for the square. Okay. Now, for the rectangle, it's base times height. In that case, again, start off with the labeling. This is F, and this is G, and this is my height. We don't know what H is. Okay, whatever the H is given to you, go with that. Okay, so it's base times height. In that case, area is equal to base times height. Okay, base times height. Which in this case, my base is just F minus G times my height. The H is always given to you. Okay. Unless it's the general case, and then just leave it as H. Okay. Now, isosceles triangle with the hypotenuse on the base. Okay, again, let's go ahead and label this. This is F, and this is G. Okay, so this is my base. Okay, if the isosceles has, well, two legs at the same length, that's my hypotenuse. If this is my B, means these lengths, my legs, then both of these must have the same length. In that case, this is also B. In that case, my H is equal to B. Okay? So in this case, my area is equal to base times height divided by 2. Since my base are the same thing, so it's going to be B squared divided by 2. In this case, base is top function minus my bottom function, so it's F minus G squared divided by 2. Okay, so that's the area formula for that. Now, for isosceles with the leg being the height. Ooh, I got this backwards. Okay, so in this case, hold on. This is leg, the other one's hypotenuse. Okay. This is the leg, this is the hypotenuse. Okay? Okay, this is the leg and this is the hypotenuse. Okay, so in that case, these are equal out, about the same length. Now, let's go ahead and label this. This is my F, and this is my G. Okay, if this is my total length B. Okay, what that means here essentially is this side, this length here is equal to B over 2. It's half of the length of the base. Okay, so since we know this is the length of the base, okay, and this one here, that means this side plus, okay, that just means this is base over 2. In this case, these two lengths are the same lengths. So that means base over 2, and this is base over 2. So what you end up with now, so in that case, base times base, area is equal to base times height divided by 2. My base is just base, right? My height is base divided by 2, and then divide everything by 2. So in that case, it's going to be base squared divided by 4. Okay? So now, for the equilateral triangle, oh yeah, let's finish this. F minus G squared divided by 4. Now, for the equilateral triangle, that means the base here is also the same length. Okay, so let's go draw this. F and G. Okay? So in that case, for the equilateral triangle, that means this is 60, this must be 30. In that case, if this whole thing is my base, that means this length here is base over 2. That base is over 2, and we know this is 1. In that case, if you do the Pythagoras Theorem, you have base squared minus base over 2 squared is equal to my height. In that case, base squared minus base squared over 4 is equal to my height squared. So that means my height is equal to b to the power of b squared divided by 4 multiplied by 3. In that case, my height is equal to height now is equal to root 3b over 2. That means my area is equal to base times height. So my base times my height, root 3 over 2 times b. Okay, dividing by 2, you're left with root 3 over 4b squared. So if you put that in terms of f and g, you have root 3 over 4 f minus g squared. Okay, now but not least is the semicircle. Okay, again, let's start off with just this is my f, and this is my g. Okay, so my base is my diameter. In that case, this is my radius. Radius is equal to base divided by 2. Okay, so in this case, the area is equal to pi r squared divided by 2. So essentially means just radius divided by 2 and substitute in there. So in that case, area is equal to pi over 2 times base over 2 squared, which is equal to pi over 8 times b squared. So putting that into f and g, you have pi over 8 f minus g squared. Okay? So let me go ahead and box up all the formulas. So in that case, a is equal to that, that's a square. A is equal to that, that's my rectangle. A is equal to this is my isosceles leg, and this is isosceles hypotenuse. Okay? And then equilateral triangle, you have this. Last but not least, for the semicircle, we have this. Okay, these formulas are straight up the answers, the areas you have to use. So in this video, we derived all the area formulas for the common shapes. There are 6 of them in this case. And you just have to remember how to do this. Okay? If you know how to do this, even if you get the formulas, you can go ahead and derive them. Okay? So hopefully you guys understood this, and I'll work through in the next video. I'm going to go through some examples. Okay? See you next one.